welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jo and I help creators with freelancing, passive income and tech. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how you can write emails so that they don't end up in the spam folder, and this is going to improve your email deliverability. When I first started doing digital marketing, I thought I could just throw an email together and put whatever I wanted willy-nilly and it would just be sent. However, that's not quite the case these days. Emails now have certain rules and regulations on what can be written in them and how it can be sent. So before we dive into the video, I just want to let you know that any links to resources I've put in the comment section below of the video, so definitely check those out. And if you find my content useful today, please make sure to like and subscribe so I can keep creating more for you guys.
Okay, so the first thing that I start off with when I am writing any of my emails is I start with a Google Doc. You can use whatever you like, but I like Google Docs because it's just online and it comes with my email storage and all that kind of stuff. Now I format my emails like this. I always write like the first email as number 1. I write the email subject, I always bold it. Sometimes I even, make sure that it's a heading too so that it's like nice and big and easy to read. So this is an email that I started to write, and I always find that when I'm writing emails, I know what I kind of want to say. I just can't really put it all together in like a really nice email format. So I use ChatGPT to help me because I know exactly what I want to say. I know sort of the content, but I just don't place things together very well. So what I usually do is I take whatever I've written and I copy that and I'll put it into ChatGPT. I'll just start a new chat and I'll just be like, hey, can you rewrite this so it makes more sense, is readable and simple to understand, and is in a nice format. Now, if you're really good at copywriting and you don't need to use ChatGPT, that's cool. But most people, most of you, you'll find that it's, a really good tool to use. So I just put in whatever I want ChatGPT to do to my email. So I'm going to paste that in there and I'm going to see what comes back. So sometimes you have to go back and forth with ChatGPT a little bit, but I can already tell that this is a lot better than what I've written. So I'm just going to copy that. Now remember, you're the human when it comes to ChatGPT, so you do have to vet it and make sure that it sounds like you and all that kind of stuff. But let's just say I've gone back and forth with ChatGPT and it has. I would come back to here and I'm going to paste it in here. Now I'm just going to go like that and you can see that it's all there. So I always like to personalize my emails as well. So I'm just going to write name in here because that's what I like to do. We'll just make sure that we're the same font because I want to make sure that it is all the same. I think I've used Roboto in here for some reason. I think it's because I just copied and pasted it. We'll just make it all the same because I can't handle it. But let's just go Calibri. There we go. That'll do. Okay, cool. So let's just say you've written your email. Okay. Now, when you've got your email campaigns, just stick to doing like the same process. Don't like do bits and bobs, like write your email, your first one, then write your next one, then write your next one, then you write your next one, and do the same process with ChatGPT. Because if your workflow is really good, then you will consistently be able to repeat it and it will make it easier. I don't actually know what kind of subject line I want to put for this email, so I'm going to ask ChatGPT what would be a good subject line for this email, and it's probably going to come up with some ideas. So this one's actually not that great, but I'm going to put it in there anyway, and just so that I've actually got a email subject. And now I know this seems really crazy, but what I tend to do is I will write my email and I will Google what are good subject lines, like what are the opening rates, because lots of companies will publish different subject lines that they've tested and what the opening rates are. So I'll show you that in a second though, because what I do first is I grab this, and this is how you avoid the spam filters when it comes to sending email campaigns with system.io. There is a website that you can use. I will put a link somewhere down below. And there are about, it says there's 750 since 2023, but this is an actual updated list. But there are all these like spam and trigger words that you cannot use, like now and action and money and price and sales and all. Like there are so many, it's actually crazy. So I know that probably in my email there's going to be all of that kind of stuff in there, because as a natural human you kind of will like gravitate to simple language like that because it's what we're doing. ChatGPT does not pick up on those words. So just be mindful if you use ChatGPT to like write all your emails, the content's really great, but again, you're the human that needs to vet it. So I will give you the website and you will be able to come to their spam checker. So I just copy and paste my email in there and you can see that it's given me a pretty poor score. The read time's like really good, that's 1 minute, and I'm just going to format this a little bit so it makes it a bit easier for me to look at because I can't deal with that. And you can see that I cannot use these words inside my email or in my email campaign because it's unnatural, it's shady, and it refers to money. So these are the new rules that like Google's come up with. So I don't know if anyone's seen that little notice that comes across in system.io, but that is what's happening. So what you have to do is you have to remove these words or come up with something different. So what I usually do is, so far my emails are sending with this, and I know it's a space between there, but when you're putting pricing in, I don't know if there's a way to actually get rid of it unless you wrote like $7, but I think dollars, you can't even write dollars. So that's the only way that I figured out how you could, you know, write money, I guess, or write, you know, numerical values. So I'm going to change this to something like product because I know that I can use that word. So you can tell that I've actually used this tool quite a lot. And the cool thing about using this tool is that once you get to know the banned words that you use all the time, you tend to stop using them and then you write your emails a little bit better. So the other trick as well is that, let's just say that I am struggling really hard and I don't know how to replace the word offer. I can come back to ChatGPT and I can be like, I can't use the word offer in this text. Can you replace it with something else? And you can ask ChatGPT to come up with something that is a little bit different. So it might rewrite like the whole sentence, which is cool because it's still going to say the same thing. But again, you're the human, and you can come back here and you can replace it. And then you can see that we have, removed all of the banned words. One says unnatural, so I would probably just, you know, rewrite that again. So you can either rewrite it yourself or use ChatGPT to help you, but you can see that the score is great and it's really good. So then all you need to do is copy this little bad boy and you come back to your email and you can copy and paste it in there, and that we'll just like tidy it up a little bit, of course, because you want to avoid those spam filters, because with the new rules and regulations, I'm not quite sure how it all works, but I think it's just the banned words and all sorts of stuff. But yeah, you just want to be able to use that tool, and it's just an easy way to, you know, rewrite those emails. Now, if you are unsure about your titles, you can use the same tool, and they have an email subject line tester, which is actually not bad. It gives you some really good ideas. So what I tend to do is, after I've written my email, I kind of, usually there's like a theme to your email, and you could kind of like, you know, create something that, you know, people will want to click on. So I'm just going to use the one as an example that ChatGPT came up with, and I'll use the subject line tester to show you what the testing does. But it will test it, and it will be like, okay, so it actually says that it's got a score of 80%, which is really good. But it'll give you some different ideas, because, you know, you can read through these email subject lines and one of them will stand out to you way more than another one. You're like, even though that says 55%, this reads way better, whatever it is. So I'm going to say that let's just say that that's a good one. You know, we'll use that one. So then you can just, you know, keep it there. If you don't like that email subject line, like I was saying before, you can Google like high converting email subject lines, and like you can see I've gone through some of them, but I honestly just go through, and you know, there's other email services out there that have written, like there's funny ones, I think. Where are the funny ones that they have written, and like you can kind of like use them to like suit your email campaigns and your emails, obviously depending on what they say. So like pairs nicely with spreadsheets. I don't even know what that is, but you know, as you wish. Where are some actually good ones? Because okay, here we go. So let's just say flash sale alert. Okay, so that was one. Whenever this blog post was written, that was a high converting one, right? Okay, so what you need to do before you go, oh yeah, I'm just going to use all these, subject lines because they've had like great opening rates, is you need to go back to the spam checker and you just need to paste it in there just to double check. So you can't say the word sale. It's because it's shady. So what you can do is then use that email subject line tester. And if I test that, it's going to test it and be like, oh, it's a 55er. So from there, you can get a little bit more clever. So they've got some better ones that are down here. So maybe something like this, you can click on it and it's going to give you like a variety of other ones until you get to something that's a little bit more what you're thinking. So let's just say I'm going to use the hurry up deals await you, but you kind of just have to keep going until you find one. Okay, you can't actually say that, but that actually isn't going to trigger off the spam filters and it makes sense to you. So these are just like suggestions and you can see that they've been rated, but you just click through and you just keep going until you learn. And sometimes you can like rewriting, like you can rewrite the subject lines to say the same things, but maybe they don't say the spam words. So you can go back to ChatGPT and say, can you rewrite the subject line? I can't say the word offers or for you. So maybe you might want to say like exclusive products. And maybe you don't even want to say just for you. You just want to say exclusive products, don't miss out, and there's your subject line. So you kind of have to go back and forth a little bit, but it's going to make your emails way better and you're going to avoid that spam filter because you've gone through the spam checker and you've written really, really good emails.
So if you enjoyed my content today, please like the video, make sure you subscribe, even leave a comment below to let me know that you are loving this content so I can create more for you.